There is a moment that happens in a lot of homes every single evening, and most cat owners walk right past it without realizing what it means. Your cat appears. Maybe they were nowhere to be seen all afternoon. Maybe they were sleeping in another room or watching the world from a windowsill. But as the day winds down and the house gets quieter, they show up. They settle near you, not always on you, sometimes just close, within the same room, within reach. Most people see this and think nothing of it. The cat just wants warmth, or they assume it's about food because feeding time is nearby. And sometimes, yes, that's part of it. But there is something else happening in those quiet evening hours, something rooted in how cats are wired, how they experience safety, and what they need from the humans they choose to live with. Before we get to the evening ritual itself, it's important to understand something foundational, because trust for a cat is not the same thing as trust for a dog, or even trust between two humans. Dogs, by evolutionary design, are wired for social connection. They seek it out, they initiate it, they are built to bond quickly and enthusiastically with the creatures around them. Cats are fundamentally different. They evolved as solitary hunters. In the wild, a cat's survival depended not on joining a pack, but on self-reliance. Every interaction with another creature carried a calculation. Is this safe? Is this a threat? What does this cost me? That calculation does not disappear in a domestic cat. It is still running quietly beneath every interaction your cat has with you. Every time you move toward them, pick them up, make a loud noise, or change your routine, your cat is processing that information and updating their assessment of you. This means that trust for a cat is not something you earn once and keep forever without maintenance. It is something that is built slowly, confirmed repeatedly, and deeply sensitive to inconsistency. A cat who trusts you has decided through accumulated experience that being near you is safe, that you are predictable, that you respect their boundaries, and that your presence brings comfort rather than uncertainty. Here's what most owners miss. The evening hours are one of the most powerful windows for building that trust, and the reason is entirely biological. Cats are crepuscular, most active around dawn and dusk. As the evening settles in, their natural rhythms shift. They become more socially open, more relaxed, more receptive to connection. The busyness of the day is over. The house is quieter. Their nervous system is in a different state than it was at noon. This is the window, and what you do inside it matters more than almost anything else you do during the rest of the day. What this means for you as an owner, recognize that your evening time with your cat is not incidental. It is the most biologically primed moment of the day for bonding. Treating it as an afterthought means missing the most powerful opportunity you have to deepen trust.
So what is this one thing? It is this. Every evening at roughly the same time, you give your cat 10 to 15 minutes of calm, undivided, intentional presence. Not forced interaction, not picking them up if they don't want to be picked up, not performing affection at them. Simply being present, quietly, consistently, and on their terms. That might sound almost too simple, and that simplicity is exactly why most people underestimate it. Here is what intentional presence looks like in practice. You sit down, on the couch, on the floor, wherever your cat tends to appear in the evening. You put your phone away. You lower your energy. You breathe slowly. You let your body language communicate what your cat most needs to feel. Calm, safety, and no agenda. And then you wait. You let your cat lead. Some cats will come to you immediately. They'll curl up beside you or climb into your lap or simply sit within arm's reach. Others will stay a few feet away at first, watching you. That's fine. The distance your cat chooses is not rejection. It is communication. They are telling you exactly how much closeness they are comfortable with right now. And by respecting that distance rather than closing it yourself, you are sending them the most powerful message you can send. I see your boundary. I'm not going to push past it. You are safe here. This is the part that most owners get wrong. They interpret a cat sitting across the room as disinterest, and they either give up or reach out and close the gap themselves. What they don't realize is that a cat sitting across the room and watching you calmly is a cat that is already engaged, already considering you, already in the early stages of choosing to trust. Dr. John Bradshaw, a cat behavior researcher and author of CatSense, has studied the way domestic cats process human interaction extensively. His work consistently points to one finding that is counterintuitive for most owners. Cats bond most strongly not with people who pursue them, but with people who allow them to approach. The act of allowing, of being present without demanding, is one of the most powerful trust signals you can send to a cat. What this means for you as an owner Set a loose, consistent time each evening. After dinner, before your nighttime routine, whenever works for your household. Sit down, settle your energy, let your cat find you. Even if nothing dramatic happens, even if they just sit nearby, know that something very significant is happening beneath the surface.
It